Okay, thank you guys for watching this video. All right, thank you guys for coming to this video. I'm going to be talking about. This is technically a part 2 of my previous video where I talked about read and react. We're going to be talking about read and react versus prediction. Okay, so we'll start where we individually started last time. Okay, so red is offense, blue is defense. All right, let's say this guy has the ball and he wants to pass it to his teammate. If blue So last video we talked about the importance of possessions and why steals and turnovers and offensive rebounds are important to winning games in basketball. And they're also one of the reasons why teams blow each other out, right? If you look at two teams and say they're evenly matched, one team has a blowout versus the other team, why? Because it's generally possessions. Okay, but in this scenario here, we're talking about read and react versus predictions. So if this guy is reading and reacting, okay, so we're gonna say read and R&R, read and react. Okay? So he's reading and reacting the scenario. So when the offensive player has a choice to pass to a guy, right? He can either pass to this guy or he can pass to this guy. Okay? So when the offensive player, let's say, passes to this guy, then the defender will come out here and guard it. Okay? The defender then moves out here, and now the defender is guarding this guy. Okay? So no advantage there. Now the defense gets a chance to rotate, and they can get their defenders back in place. Okay? But let's go back to the beginning. Okay? So, in this scenario, he goes there after the pass is done, and there's no advantage given. In another scenario, we're going to call this one prediction. Okay. Offensive player has the ball. He has two teammates he can pass to, and the defender is in between and has to make a choice. Now, in this scenario, I'll say this. Guys that beat me in 2K, in different games, whatever, are generally better at predicting what the opponent's going to do. You know, this is something, and people who lose in 2K are generally poor at predicting what we're going to do. Even amongst us, amongst my group of friends that play 2K, a lot of times, including myself, I'll get stuck in a prediction that I don't back out of, and then I get done up. For example, in this 2K, passing lane steals are very strong. So I'll catch the ball, right? For example, in this scenario, I'll see, let's say this is me. All right, this is me. You know, this guy has the ball, and he's in the middle of a pass animation towards me. And I see there's two defenders, okay? And three of us on offense, okay? And so what'll happen is I see this guy take a step this way, and this guy take a step this way. And so while the ball is still in the air, my prediction, before I even catch it, is this guy's going to be wide open. Both guys are closing to me. There's no way they're closing to him, right? And we're assuming there's only three people playing. Let's say we're playing threes, right? Let's say, you know, there's a guy guarding me too. Let's just say that, okay? I'm playing threes, we're playing park. So my initial thought is, okay, as soon as I catch it, I'm yeeting this pass to this dude over here. He got an open jumper. But what happens, because these guys are smart, and because I'm kind of dumb to be predicting instead of doing a better job of reading and reacting in this scenario, by the time I catch the ball, his little gesture this way was actually him coming back into the passing lane, and his step this way, he already decided to go back this way when the ball was still in the air. So I already clicked X before I catch the ball. So now that ball is being yeeted to that guy because I clicked X when the ball was here, right? When the ball was there, I clicked X. So now the ball is being thrown to that guy, and this guy's already in position to catch it. And that's because I was trying to predict what the defense was doing, and I made a mistake. And so I brought that up just to say that there is a difference in when to predict and versus read and react. So I'm not trying to say prediction is better than read and react, but I am trying to say that there are scenarios in which one is better than the other. But I mean, it's just being better, right? If you're better, you're better. It's just that simple. So you just have to be aware of this type of thing. And because 2K, you can click X before even catching the ball, you can click square before even catching the ball. You're going to be predicting, especially because of latency, right? There's 3 factors that lead into this, right? I said 3, but I just meant there's a few, right? There's input delay, right? And we're going to group this together with, wow, what am I doing out here? We're going to group this together with lag. We're going to like input lag, whatever you want to call it, whatever the name is, that's one of them, right? Input delay, lag, and input lag, right? When I click X, it takes time for that X to register. When I click square, it takes time for that square to register. When I catch the ball, it takes time for me to catch the ball. When I throw a pass, it takes time for that pass to get there. Input delay for when you're clicking the buttons, okay? And the second one is, hold up. I already forgot what I was talking about. Input delay. Ah, yes. Pre-pressing, I'm going to call it. And the third one is animations. Okay, so we're gonna, those are 3. 1, 2, not in order, just those are 3. All right, so pre-pressing is basically before I catch the ball, I'm clicking X. Before I catch the ball, I'm clicking square, right? That's different than input delay, because when I have the ball in my hands, it takes time for my square to register. When I have the ball in my hands and I click X, it takes time for my X to register. That's input delay. Pre-pressing is what I'm calling when the ball is coming towards me, that I'm pressing a button before I even catch it, right? So I think I'm open, so I'm holding square to shoot. Or I think he's going to be open, so I'm holding holding X to pass to him, right? That's pre-pressing. And animations is animations. You know what that is. I'm dribbling, the defender is bumping me, I'm trying to pass to him, so I clicked X, but because I'm stuck in an animation where I'm like picking up the ball animation, now that X is late. Right, so that's what I'm talking about, animations. Or, for example, I'm driving to the basket, the defender bumps me, I see him in the corner, so I click X to pass to him, but the defender bumped me, so now I'm stuck in a bump animation, then I pass it to the corner, then it's intercepted because the pass is no longer there. So that's animations. So those are 3 things that I think affect this read and react versus predictions in 2K. Now, to talk about a scenario in which prediction is where you can exploit prediction. Because if you see a team that's doing a good job of intercepting your passes, you're trying to throw passes and be a good teammate, they're picking you off. What you want to do, simple, is fake. Pass fake, shot fake, you want to throw fakes. Right? That's what you want to do. You want to throw fakes out there. And let's go back to that scenario where we're playing park, okay? We're playing park, all right. You know what I'm saying? We got the park, all right, cool. So we got one offensive player here, one offensive player here, one offensive player here, one defensive player. So let's say this is, sorry. Okay, so let's say this guy has the ball. All right. And the defenders are, let's actually say this is the scenario. Let me change it up a little bit. Let me say one offensive player is here, one offensive player is there, and there are one defender here, one defender here, and one defender here. Okay? And this guy has the ball. Okay, cool. So whatever the scenario was, let's say maybe it was a pick and roll, and these 2 guys collapsed on the same guy, and this guy was just spotting up corner, and this guy is now rolling off the pick and roll, popping off the pick and roll. Let's say that's the scenario, okay? These 2 defenders ran to the ball. This guy set the screen, popped out for the 3, and this guy was just spotting up corner. Okay, that's the scenario. Okay, now, obviously, this guy is being practically double teamed, so he wants to throw a pass, right? Simple enough. This guy is being double teamed. He wants to throw a pass to somebody. So who does he pass to? Okay. This defender if he reacts to the pass, he will be fast enough to contest a shot, right? So let's say this is the sequence of events. This guy here, I don't know if you can see my mouse. This guy here decides to pass to this guy, okay, which is a good decision. I think from a basketball perspective, that is a good decision. This pass is a longer pass that could lead to baits and these type of things. So he makes, a safe decision to pass to this guy. If this guy reacts to that, right, reads, okay, he's trying to pass to it and react to it, then he'll get here just in time to stop this guy from shooting the J, right? And then this guy can, bump him off and you could play. That's a different story, right? But let's say from immediate source of attack, from immediate source of scoring, he'll get here just in time so that his jump shot will not go into the basket, and he will then be forced to make a pass, make a dribble, triple threat, right? Pass, shoot, dribble, you take away a shot. Okay. That's the first decision. If he reads it, right? If he, I guess in this case, reacts to it instead of predicting it. Now, a better player would read it, would predict it, and say, this guy, let's say the user of this person, right? The user of this guy is saying, I know he has no option, right? The person who's controlling this guy online says, I know this guy has no option, but he's going to throw this pass because I'm already standing here. He's not going to pass to this guy, and he's too scared about the double team. So the user says, I'm going to start moving this way even before he passes the ball. This guy says, I'm going to go steal this pass. I know I can predict what he's doing, and I'm going to steal this pass before he gets a chance to make it. And because he was predicting, he will intercept this pass because this guy took an extra split second to click the input because of the input delay. Because this guy was able to predict better than this guy's prediction. And so that's the advantage. And guys that I would lose to, playing online or playing with my friends, they were guys that saw this when we were playing fives, said, oh, Shamraze has the ball. He's in this situation. I know Shamraze is going to throw this pass. Even before he's passed it, I'm baiting him to throwing the pass, and then he steals it. That's what you call prediction. The fault in prediction is, again, the sequence of events is the same. This guy is going to pass to this guy. That's the sequence of events, right? That's what's in this guy's mind already. This guy said, I know he's going to throw this pass, so I'm going to go up here first. Then the pass is made, and it's intercepted. The other team's going the other way. Okay? But let's say those sequence of events is the same. This guy says, I know he's going to make this pass here. So he cheats up to get here to get the steal. This guy, not limiting himself to his read, not limiting himself to his prediction, said, oh, this guy's coming to steal my pass fake. Triangle circle, baby. Hit him with the pass fake. This guy now, he might have clicked square, and now his player's going out of bounds because he got a crazy square animation, and now it's an even worse position for the defense, and this guy instead throws a pass cross court to this guy. Now he's wide open for a J, and this guy can't get there, this guy can't get there. It's possession done, right? So those are the three scenarios in a read and react. If the offensive player is making a pass, for example, if the defender reacts to the pass, time for Usser. If the defender reacts to the pass, he will be able to contest the pass, contest the shot at the minimum. It will be a solid defensive possession, and then they can make rotations and recover. But if the defender predicts the pass, he can intercept the pass. But if the offensive player recognizes that the defender can intercept the pass by his prediction and makes a pass fake, the offensive player can then get an even greater advantage than the first scenario. So I guess I just wanted to talk about, the difference between predicting and reacting. I know the thing is read and react, and I guess that is right? That's what the game and most things about life are. Your ability to analyze the current scenario, to analyze what's currently going on in your work, what's currently going on the field, if you're playing on the field, what's currently going on the court, to be able to read what's going on there and then react appropriately, to not let yourself get caught up on predetermined moves, right? Predetermined is not good. And that happens a lot, right? Like I remember we were playing one game and someone was open on the right wing, right? Full court. It was like semi transition or full transition. I don't remember. But someone was open on the right wing. We threw him the ball. He caught it. The defender kind of like inched towards him, right? So like this was kind of similar. So the guy caught the ball on the right wing, and the defender kind of like inched towards him and then ran back. That was predetermined. That defender knew what he was doing. He did that. He caught the ball and passed it to the guy up top. But he's wide open, right? His defender is not there back in transition or whatever, right? For example. Next possession, we told him, hey, you should have shot that. Next possession, same scenario. Let's say it's a 2-on-1, okay? He catches the ball. He says, last time I should have shot it. This time, this guy doesn't go back. He actually fakes going back and stays here. Then he shoots a contested shot, right? So in that state, now I said more than likely it's probably this guy is playing with a lot of input delay, right? Back to the previous what I talked about, right? He's probably dealing with a lot of input delay, but it could have been a lot of pre-pressing, right? He could have been making a plan before anything actually happened. So it could have been both. Could have been input delay, could have been pre-pressing. It could have been again bad predictions, right? Bad predictions. But that's basically the scenario that I'm talking about. Reading this current field, reading the current environment, reacting to the what's thing, and also being able to predict. You got to be able to do all three. And I say this that the person who can read all 10 players on the court, including themselves, in a game of 2K, will be at the greatest advantage, right? If I can read what's going on here and here and here and here, I will be able to predict better than other players who could only see what's going on between two players, right? If I have the ball in my hand and I'm trying to cross the guy up, right? And this happens a lot. I'm sure even to people watching this video and to amongst their friends that I'm crossing a guy up in 2K, and me as a user, my focus is on my character, my player, my opponent that's guarding me. Those two guys only. So when I get past him, now I'm like, okay, layup dunk city, and I'm not paying attention to how the defense is rotating. But vice versa, a guy like LeBron James, for example, he's able to know where the ball is doing, what his defender is doing, and then the other 8 people on the court, he can tell what's going on, and he'll make the right play. But that's for example, right? I mean, that's kind of like what the ultimate goal of being able to predict and read and react is. And I think this video is long enough, so I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you guys for showing support. I've been getting a lot of views and a lot of impressions through YouTube. So I really appreciate you guys watching and being here and supporting my content. And it's a dream of mine. But thank you guys so much. Please like and subscribe if you do enjoy the videos. And I will catch you guys next time, man. I appreciate you guys so much. I will catch you guys next time. Thanks.